Good afternoon. When we launched the 2015 award, we cast a wide net. We did that on purpose. Big questions was the theme, so we were not looking for Facebook 2.0 or the nextball.com. We were looking for innovators who would shape the world for the decades to come, or at least important parts of it. We received applications from neuroscientists, from architects, from social innovators, and from utopists. An iPhone app that used decision modeling from Leo Kouwenhoven, quantum mechanics, to create a virtual psychotherapist called Thuis, and a transportation system that would propel us at 6,500 kilometers an hour through a vacuum tube. We now had a problem. The problem was that we were hugely underqualified to judge these people, let alone help them. Faced with an emergency at TEDxAmsterdam, we always do the same thing. We call in the help of our partners. And they always do the same thing. They come to the party immediately. They sent in lawyers, consultants, experts, lecturers to help us provide a fertile breeding ground for the 30 contestants that we still had left after the initial selections, and to help us select the 3 heroes that you will listen to in the next few minutes. I would like you to join me in thanking ING, KPN, Ascend, Clifford Chance, the Nationale Wetenschapsagenda, and Amsterdam Science Park for their work. And I'd like to hand over to a lady who's been daring greatly all her life, Willemijn Verloop.
Thanks. Thanks, Lodewijk. And it's an honor to be the chair of the jury of TEDxAmsterdam. And it was not just an honor, it was also a lot of fun and inspiration to hear all these big questions being promoted. And we would have loved to have them here all, but what we looked at as jury was the impact, the scalability of the impact on society. The bigness of the questions, and some questions were so big that they hadn't really a lot of content on how to bring them to a solution. So we didn't bring them here. We hope to see them in the next years. And we had some pitches that were amazing, but that were really far ahead. And we chose 3 amazing questions that we really feel this crowd, and also people looking online, can add value to, can bring these questions and bring them into society and make sure they grow and scale. And that's how we chose. And I hope you will be able to help. First of all, you are going to get the chance to decide which is the biggest question in your mind. And we only had to choose 3, you have to choose 1. And you're going to do that by applauding them, not after they do their pitch, but at the end we're going to do kind of an applaud game. And then my friend Lodewijk will then has an amazing kind of exceptional machine that will judge how long and how intense the applaud is and who will win. But that's after. So first applause, keep it short. We have 3 pitches, 3 minutes. And after that, we'll ask for your input. So thanks very much. And let's listen to our first big question input from Jurre de Haan with I Read.
We'll start. The brain is the most fascinating organ we all have. It helps me to memorize the talk I'm about to give, and it helps me to put my big ideas into words. It also explains part of my behavior and makes me the human being I am today. But what if I would lose all these abilities one by one? That is exactly what happens when you develop Alzheimer's disease. 1 out of 8 people attending here today will develop Alzheimer's disease. And that brings me to my big question. Can I use my brain to save yours in the future and stop Alzheimer's disease? I think I can. This is I Read. Early diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease through the eye. Alzheimer's disease is the leading cause of dementia in the world, and there are 35 million people suffering from the disease today. With the increasing lifespan, we expect this figure to increase to 115 million in 2050. And that makes it one of the biggest socio-economic challenges we face in the 21st century. Alzheimer's disease does not develop overnight. Before severe brain damage occurs, the Alzheimer protein starts to develop 2 to 3 decades before the symptoms start. And what if we could recognize the disease in this early phase? when there's only few yellow leaves, when there's no severe brain damage, that would open the door to successful treatment. Our solution is to use the eye as a window to the brain, because the eye is easy accessible and contains brain cells that might reflect what's going on inside the brain. But how can we visualize the Alzheimer protein in the eye? Well, what we use is an ordinary spice called curcuma, or geelwortel in Dutch, which is the main ingredient in Indian curries, but is also used in nasi goreng, and I think that's more familiar to the Dutch audience. It specifically binds to the Alzheimer protein and is fluorescent by nature, what makes it easy detectable. In our study, we will use curcuma to visualize the Alzheimer proteins in the eyes of patients with Alzheimer's disease, and we will start a proof of concept study early 2016 in the Alzheimer Center here in Amsterdam, the leading memory clinic in Europe. And when proven effective, this opens the door to treatment. So let me use my brain to save yours in the future and stop Alzheimer's disease. Thank you.
Thanks, Jurre. I'm perfect within his 3 minutes, because I have to tell you, we're very strict here. If they pass the 3 minutes, the mic will be turned off. So that was done perfectly, Jurre. Our next pitch, big question being answered, is by Anne-Sophie Schermen with N. Thijs. Applause for Anne-Sophie.
This is Noortje. Noortje is 5 years old and has epilepsy. Noortje has 20 to 30 attacks a day. Can you imagine what that means? Her mom, a career woman, had to quit her job. Her father has to drive 2 hours a day to take her to a special school. And Noortje's sisters? They have become accustomed to being in second place when it comes to attention from their parents. You can imagine that this family benefits from help. But where do you actually find help as a parent? Is there an easy way to Google it? Are institutions capable in finding the right caregiver for your child? Well, actually not. Working as a child psychologist for different healthcare institutions, I learned how untransparent and complex the youth care system is. Parents do not know where help is to be found. So that's why I decided that starting my own practice was not enough. I needed to change the system. This year, care is decentralized, and funding for youth care has been reduced by €500 million. So less budget and more complexity. And the government's advice? Support yourself. So how are we going to solve this? How are we going to match parents to their potential best caregivers? I believe the answer is in technology. Think about Uber, Airbnb, LinkedIn. Using these matching technologies and their functionalities is the most natural thing in the world, right? Well, for healthcare in general, youth care specific, it's not. Digital innovation in these areas has only just started. And we need to change faster than that. Change must be more radical to give people suitable access to care. Imagine an online platform in the youth care with the largest network of caregivers. Imagine what that would mean for our society, for our health system. I believe this is within our reach. And actually, my team and I have already built it. We call ourselves en Thijs. Ted en Thijs, Noortje en Thijs. A child with a special need a caregiver with a special talent. They need Thijs. Wij zijn thuis in jouw situatie. From a homework buddy for your child with HID, all the way to a specialist for your child with anorexia. And this gives me the opportunity to use TEDx as it's meant to be used, to spread ideas worth spreading. And in fact, let's make it an idea worth doing. Let's fundamentally change the way people have access to care. Let's do it for Noortje. Thank you.
So our last idea worth spreading is from a guy called Shayne Smart, and his presentation is called The Geneva Convention in Pictures. I would applaud Shayne.
Hi. All right. So you've all been here. You're driving your car, you're heading to a foreign country, you cross the border, and instantly you know the law. But where are the signs for your human rights? I'm here to start a movement to turn human rights into pictures. In the last year alone, the military have been abusing our human rights. They've been attacking us in our planes, in our hospitals, and in our streets. And frankly, it makes me very mad, and it makes me upset, and it makes me ask the question, how is it possible that the military are targeting civilians? There must be law against this. There is. The Geneva Conventions is a body of humanitarian law that protects the armed forces who are wounded, prisoners of war, and importantly, civilians like you and I. It's signed by more than 190 nations around the world, yours and mine, and every nation that is signed is required to educate their population in the content of the Geneva Conventions. But can I ask you to raise your hand? Who here has been educated in the content of the Geneva Conventions? Great. 20 out of 500? Right, so they look like this. There's more than 300 articles of text, and if they're not written in your language, you won't understand them. If you can't read, you won't understand them. So what if we took every single article of the Geneva Conventions and turned it into a picture? Like this. It'd be easy to understand, it'd be easy to share, and easy to remember. We create one global visual language for human rights. So how could we use it? What could be the impact? Well, first of all, in countries where people know that it's their right to photograph this, that there's been a change in recent years. Beyond that, we can share not only the abuse in the media, we can share the actual law. We can provide a foundational tool for NGOs and individuals to report on what abuse is occurring. We can teach children from a very young age. And remember that some of the children today will join the military of the future. We can protest. And when we protest, we can stand up and say not only what we believe, we can say the law backed by 190 nations and the law number written on top. We can ensure we remove plausible deniability in a courtroom. Who can say, believably, I don't understand the law when a 6-year-old can understand it? So, how do we get started? All right. So we've already held a workshop with 40 volunteers to translate the laws of the Geneva Convention into concepts. We're launching a crowdfunding campaign, and I'll be speaking at the 6th International Conference on Human Rights Education to promote the project and also to learn how to bring it into education. Then we launch, when we're funded, to the world with a set of free resources for people to use, and we've already planned our workshop for the next body of law. There's a new movement for human rights, law in pictures. Join us. Thank you.
Thanks very much for these amazing pitches. You inspire us, not just our brains, but also our hearts, and I really hope all three of you will bring this a lot further. But now we're going to go to the voting system. Where are you, Lodewijk? This interesting thing will give us the insight on which applause is longest and most intense. So Jurre, let's start with the first applause. You understand what we're expecting of you, right? Any questions? You can yell, you can stamp, you can do whatever you feel like. Just make yourself heard about these pitches. For Jurre de Haan, I read. Go. Are you timing? You got the idea, brilliant. Anne-Sophie, you can beat it.
I think I have to flash or something.
Go, girl.
Yeah.
For Anne-Sophie. Thanks so much, Anne-Sophie. And last but not least, Shayne. Take the applause away.
Thank you. Come on, bring it up. Bring it up. Human rights. Human rights. The human rights. Bring it up. Come on. Bring it up. Come louder, louder. You can do better for human rights. Come on. Human rights. And a bit more. Come on. To your rights. Not mine, your rights. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Lodewijk, what does this machine tell us?
It's a very close call, but I think we've got a winner. 36 seconds of loud applause. The machine went into overload, overheated.
Jurre de Haan with I Read is our winner.
Let's see.
Jurre, congratulations.
Thanks.
Make it happen.
Yes.
The official award. Okay, and
Thank you.
some
you-
flowers. Show it to the people. You get another big round of applause. Stay with me because you're going to collect your prize. The other finalists, congratulations on an incredible idea we're doing. We wish you all the best and we will follow you. Willemijn, thank you so much for your wisdom. And Lodewijk, thank you for bringing this machine to TEDxAmsterdam. Big round of applause. Thank you very much. All right. How do you feel?
I'm really happy.
Really
Yeah,
happy.
I'm really happy.
Really
yeah.
happy. Okay. So two things. I think we're going to put down your flowers in this incredible statue.
Yeah.
Statue. Well, award.
That seems a good idea.
Statue.
Yeah. The statue of. Yeah.
You are one of us now, so please turn it on and place it somewhere within this circle. And your prize is not money, not another award. It is the time with this audience. We're going to turn on the house lights. You're going to have 4 minutes to interact. So I would say, tell us what you need to bring this idea into reality, because you heard them applaud. They want it to become a reality. So what is it that you need?
All right. I'm gonna ask TEDx and all the partners here today to take place in the Alzheimer Lab. That is a think tank of corporate talents and researchers to raise awareness for Alzheimer's disease and help raise funding on a level that we can do every year. So who in the audience will take place in the Alzheimer Lab and think about great ideas for Alzheimer's disease?
What is it that they will do in this lab?
We will create a team, and they will get ideas out of the contributions of all the people involved
You need a
with
think
the
tank.
researchers. And they will, I can give an example.
Wait a minute. There's an elephant in the room, I think.
Okay.
And it's called Mark. Question mark, ladies and gentlemen. Because, Jurre, you have a big question. You want people to join your lab. You want to pick their brains. Anything more?
Yeah. I can give an example. It makes it more
Yes.
easy to understand.
Stick around, please, Mark.
We want ideas to raise both awareness and funding so we can do this Alzheimer research and build a world without Alzheimer's disease. And one example is here. Those are the Alzheimer socks. It's an idea in which we try to represent the Alzheimer's disease, and by wearing them, we can start a conversation and spread the awareness. And this is one of the ideas of corporate talents and researchers gaining the strengths together.
All right. Your question is clear. Let's turn on the house lights and who says, yes, I want to join his team, or I have a suggestion, or I want to contribute anything? Sure, you in the first row. This is a microphone, by the way. You can say your name and you can tell your answer.
Hi, my name is Ivo Roefs. I'm CEO at DDB in Tribal Amsterdam. It's an ad agency in Amsterdam. And yeah, we sell creativity. So if you need ideas, we are very willing to help.
You got
Great.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. DDB is one of the most prestigious firms. They win award after award. So congratulations and
Yeah.
thank you, Ivo. Anybody more? Yes. I'm going to try and throw it in one time. Woo! Your name, please.
Hi, I'm Lucy Goodchild van Hilton. I'm a science writer at Tell Lucy, and I would love to help you. My uncle sadly my great uncle passed away from Alzheimer's, and my granddad was always very proud that he remembered the researchers' questions from the year before. So this is a big thing for me, and I'd love to help.
Excellent.
Great.
More people. Could you show us? Where? Above. Could you throw it to the first balcony? Collaboration, people. From the neck. Whoa! You stay here. Come on. You're smart. You'll figure it out. Harvey. Yes, please. Okay. There we go. Daar krijg je ook applaus voor. Ja.
I'm Michael, I'm representing ING. And what I will start doing is that I will start wearing those socks next week.
Great.
And what I will promise you is that we will make sure that you will get airtime within ING. So you will be broadcasted within ING, who's actually represented in 40 countries. And you can share your message with all our colleagues. So we'll make sure that your word is spread across the world. We will help you with that.
Excellent.
ING Network, thank you so much. We need more, ladies and gentlemen. Here in the middle. Yes, ING, please throw it. Oh, mind your head. Okay, we need a lawyer. No, okay. Yes, your name, please.
Hi there, my name is Bert Rens. I work with health insurance company Zilveren Kruis, which is the largest company in the Netherlands. And we have a big department called Innovations, and we would like to talk to you about this great project. So I invite you to come along and have a talk with our innovators.
Kruis is
Very
on.
nice.
Yes. Two more, come on. Yes, sir. Your name, please.
Hi, I'm Koos Schelen. I'm alderman, and I can get you in contact with the practice. We have an Alzheimer cafe, and perhaps that would be a certain notice for you. So I offer you my advice.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Alderman. Oh,
Yeah.
you could have handed it to your neighbor, but
Fair enough.
My name is Wim Liereveld. I guide the big pharmaceutical companies, the big players in the world, on access to medicine, in an access to medicine index. Of course, Alzheimer is a little bit Western issue, or suggested a Western issue. But although we have contact via these companies with the biggest scientists on this planet on Alzheimer, so I can give you contact, and the best contact, I think.
Great.
excellent.
Okay?
Very okay. I'm sort of disappointed in that part of the balcony.
And me too.
I see, so okay, one more. I'm gonna throw it to you guys there in the middle, and you're gonna pass it on to the first balcony. There you go.
Wanted to have
By any chance. Why not?
What a coincidence.
my name is Jolanda Eigenstein, and I'm very, very, very close to one of the best ophthalmologists of Europe. He's busy with all this ophthalmologist, oogarts.
Okay, you know what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Hoogleraar, hoogleraar oogheelkundes. That I think that's a great link to the others. That
It is, yeah, thanks.
And I can also link you to the Erasmus Center for University for Entrepreneurship to how to get your thing started, how to develop, how to scale up if you need to have more than only the starting phase. So
I'm so glad that you caught the mic. Thank you so much for
well
that.
caught, yeah.
Last person on the balcony. All right, nice throw.
Yeah.
Jullie, dankjewel. Mijn naam is Peter, ik ben Peter Zeilema. Ik werk voor IBM. Ik wil 2 dingen aanbieden. Ik wil mezelf aanbieden.
Oh, wow.
Trust me, you will like it.
I like his confidence.
Yeah. En het andere is dat ik je heel graag in dezelfde als de andere spreker net in contact kan brengen. Want ik denk dat technologie uiteindelijk ook een rol gaat spelen. En nou ja, ik werk voor een bedrijf waarbij dat denk ik georganiseerd kan worden.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Jurre, again, congratulations. You are the winner of the TEDxAmsterdam Award in 2015. Congratulations.